And talk about low cost of goods. Now, I sound like John here, Cincinnati Picker. I'm selling this off for my mother-in-law. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name is Kevin. We're in the Commonwealth cabin. And you know, I was driving home from school today and I was at a stoplight, and I know I probably shouldn't do this. I was at a stoplight about 15 minutes from my house. I have a pretty long commute to get to work. It's 35 minutes, really minimum 35 minutes. And so I have a little bit of time to think about things. But as I was sitting there at the stoplight, I checked, I'm like, how many things sold? You know, what do I got to do tonight? How much? You know, sometimes I look and I'm like, you know, I really like to go upstairs and relax and not do too much this evening. So when I get home, is there any big item that's hard to ship? And sometimes that's good because you want those big items out of here. And sometimes, you know, when you're tired after a day of work, you're like, oh, well, you know, I want some sales, don't get me wrong, but I'd like the right things to sell. And then I come home and I have this big old steering wheel. And, you know, I looked at the other stuff and I'm like, you know, there's nothing amazing that's sold today. Nothing for high dollar, high value. And I was a little disappointed. And then I sat down here and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to total this stuff up and I'm going to see what my profit is for the day. I looked at it and I'm like, when I was all done, I'm like, man, that's a pretty decent amount of money for not having anything amazing to sell. We're blessed to be able to, in the area we live in, not even get amazing merchandise to sell. But one thing we do have here is I can keep the cost of goods really, really low. And you see it when we're out there at garage sales. We can bundle things in together. And really, if you keep the cost of goods so low, you can sell just about anything and make some money. And I added up everything and I'm really happy with those totals. But let's take a look at the cool stuff that's sold. You know, I just decided I wasn't going to hold this awkward thing up. I dropped too many things as it is, so I'm going to show you over here really quick. All right, you may remember us picking this thing up. It was an add-on at a garage sale. I think it may have come out last week, where we got PS2s and we got the Wii, I think. And a lot of people were mad at me. She wanted $30 for the PS2 and all the games and all the stuff, and then $40 for the Wii. And I said, how about 30 bucks for both? What I meant was, how about 30 bucks each? And I think that's why she told me no. And I mean, let's face it, $70, you know, down to 30. Even I like to lowball folks, but even I wouldn't do that. And I was basically asking for a $10 discount, and she wouldn't go down off of it, which I think if I would have said each, I might have got the deal done. Let me know what you think if you watch that video on Commonwealth Picker. So I had a lot of people really upset at me. Anyway, this was in there, and I kind of debated. I'm like, you know what? Do I really want to sell this thing? But I looked at it, and it's pretty clean. These things come off, so the size isn't as big as it looks. And I'm like, all right, I'll put it out there for 30 bucks. I think it'll sell. And it did. It sold. So I don't know. Is that worth it to you? I think it is. We paid $70 for all of it. We're already in the profit, so this is going to be pure profits. This is what I mean by cost of goods. You can bundle. So even with all the trouble that I'm going to go through here, this is $25 profit, and I'm really happy with that. I sold an ashtray. I love selling ashtrays. I don't know why. Picked this one up. I think it was $1, and I think this one's going to air fairly quickly. It might even have come out yesterday. I'm not quite sure, but it's nothing amazing for this one. But this one got bought by a viewer. It went out for $13 plus shipping. Just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of your YouTube channel. When I saw this ashtray in the video, I just had to have it. So they must have come out in the Commonwealth Picker video last, I guess, Sunday. We did a premiere on that. By the way, thank y'all so much. All those of you in the premiere there, they were really nice. I'm going to try to do that like once a month. And thanks for following on Instagram as well. A lot of folks have done that lately, so we appreciate it. The name is Chris, by the way. I think that's right, Christopher. It says, you've inspired me to start my own eBay store and to sell what I can. It's a lot of fun, and thanks for what you do. So, Chris, thank you. And I hope you're not a smoker. I hope that's not why you want this. I'm not a smoker, but I love ashtrays. Once again, right there, it's $13 plus shipping. I paid $1 for it. It's nothing amazing, but I'll make $10. So, you know, already we're 35 bucks in with 2 items, and neither one are really special. All right, here is a Longaberger miniature wastebasket right there. And talk about low cost of goods. Now, I sound like John here, Cincinnati Picker. I'm selling this off for my mother-in-law. But my mother-in-law, really, she brings it over. Yeah, will you sell this for me? We can split it or whatever. When I ever go to give her the money, she won't take it. So it's sometimes I force it on her. I'm like, you're taking it or I pay for dinner or something. But $13, $12.95 plus shipping on this one. And hopefully it ends up back in Blue Ridge Granny's wallet somewhere, someday, at least anyway. So I stay away from Longaberger because people think it's worth a ton of money, and usually it's high priced at a garage sale. Let me know if that's your experience out there. It's been mine most of the time, but if I can find it cheap enough, I'll definitely buy it in the right pieces in this little miniature waste basket. $13 plus shipping, easy to ship. All right, another low-cost item. This was 50 cents at a garage sale. I picked up 4 or 5. They all sold. This one took forever to sell. I think we lowered the price on it as well. $7.95 plus shipping. And so we're not making much money on this, but we're making, you know, $6 maybe. All right, this one is going out to Maria. This is an ashtray, and she bought it together with something else. I'll show it to you in a minute. The total combined cost of both the items, actually there's an Inaman in there too, is like $32 plus shipping, I think, something like that. And this is an ashtray, obviously. And this one is, let's see, it says Fostoria Raised Eagle coin stamp. It's 5 inches. And this one I bought for $1/4 at a sale. So I'm happy with that price, even though I think this one alone sold for $8.20. So nothing great by itself, but especially when you get to bundle it up, make your life easy to ship 3 things out. So thank you, Maria, and let me read what she writes. She says, hello, Kevin. Just wanted to let you know how much I love and have learned from your YouTube channels. I kind of fell into reselling when I was trying to declutter, and now it's becoming so much fun just seeing what things can sell, what things I can find to flip. I'm currently redoing a larger room for my office and inventory, and I had to get an Inaman before they ran out. Please autograph him for me. We definitely will do that. Maria, Empty Nesting 2 is the eBay store name, or eBay name right there. So this is headed your way along with 2 other things. So you've probably seen these 2 up here. And here's an example of low cost. So I bought a bunch of stuff. You haven't seen this sale yet. And at the very end of it, I was going to bundle things together. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to grab all this stuff. I'm going to grab these 2 things. These are Kin's, what are they called? Kin's toys? I think that's what they are. I've sold them before. Kinley or Kinsmart. And they're just, you know, die cast. They're made in China. They're not exactly old, but they're kind of cool looking. And I saw these. I saw a bunch of Cars stuff, and Turner loves Cars. But I find that that Cars stuff either has decent value on eBay, depending on what it is. And if it doesn't have decent value, we can always get $1 or 2 or 3 sometimes for some of those in the antique booth. So I'm like, you know what? I just gathered up a bunch of these die casts and a bunch of stuff like that. I didn't even know exactly what I had. And I put it together and I said, how about $2? She said, sure. These right here, I think we got a total, I don't know, maybe $11 or something, 8, 9, 10. I can't remember because it's all combined in here for these. So that pays for the lot, gives us a profit, and we still have all that other stuff to sell off. And of course, she bought an Inaman too. Another low cost item right here. This is a 31 bag. We bought this one at the I Can't Stop Buying, or I Couldn't Stop Buying. It's the one where we had all those great deals at that one garage sale. And we are well into the profits, probably $600 or $700 so far. And this 31 bag went for $19.95 plus shipping. So our cost of goods on this might be $1 or 2, but in reality, since we're on the pure profit at this point, there's no cost of goods in this one at this point. All right, I'm gonna take just a second. I've got a backlog of stuff that y'all have sent us to our P.O. box, and I wanna knock a couple of them out real quick. Hey, first, before I do that, let me show you this one right here. This came from Mike. So if you have bought one of these mugs here, or the Commonwealth Picker t-shirt, this one, either one of them. By the way, we're out of a bunch of sizes. Reagan wanted to talk to y'all about that. And they are coming because Mike is taking care of them. They're on the way. And we're adding some of the larger sizes, 5X, 4X, 3X. And those things will all be in there. But Mike is the one who's doing it. He's a viewer of the show, and he's also doing that for us, which is awesome. You know, Mike, you've been awesome to us, and we appreciate you, and we're glad we can help your business out as well. You know, we could do Teespring, we could do all that stuff, but I said from the get-go that we weren't going to do that just because I want to kind of give back to some of the folks who have given to us in some way, and we figured that was a great way to do it. So, Mike, if you don't mind me giving away your email address, if y'all need anything like that or like this, hit him up for sure. All right, and he sent me one of these. So I toyed with putting these in the store, but at this point, I don't think we're going to. But that is so awesome, and I will wear it to school. And my colleagues will probably laugh at me. But thank you so much, Mike. And he's been working on something else special for us for the holidays that we hope to put on our store here pretty quick. And we appreciate how hard you're working. I appreciate it. All right, we have another Delaware plate, and now I'm seriously considering maybe not putting them here and here since they're identical, but maybe finding a place where they can go together back here somewhere. I'm not quite sure, but I love the Delaware plates, and y'all, we needed one more, and now we've got, I think, 4 of them, and one more. I'm pretty sure there's one more down here. But thank y'all so much, but check this one out, Larry'sLicensePlates.com. Y'all, I'm going to go there. I have not gone there. Maybe I can put a link below, but it's not that hard to remember, right? Larry'sLicensePlates.com in Missouri. And that is so kind of y'all. I really do appreciate it. And let's see, on eBay, here it is right here, bid to win 2. And look at that. I love it. Advertise, y'all. This is a great, great lesson right here. Don't be afraid to tell people what you do, and you be the person. I am just curious as heck to get on there and check that out. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. All right, and back here, let's see if I can do it this way. Texas plate, the Lone Star State. Thank you for your order. We didn't order it, obviously, but Buttercup Unique Boutique. Oh, I remember you. It is Terry. That's right, because I thought initially that was a male name, and then I'm like, no, Buttercup Unique Boutique, probably not. So thank you so much for that. And here it is right here. She says, I'm looking forward to having many years of selling behind me like you. I don't know. Don't look forward to that. That just means you're older. Thanks for the inspiration. Stay safe and healthy, Terry. Terry, thank you. And I think we need a Texas. Look at that. We got a Texas plate right there, but it's a different one. I think this one will end up going right there. Thank you. All right, we have Turner, and we have a couple of homeschool hustler sales today. And this kind of Sophie's getting down. This kind of continues our trend here of really low-priced goods, even though they're not selling for much money. We got both of these, Turner. Hold them up for me. Hold up the 49er Troll Doll. Got that for 50 cents. And I should have bought them all, I think was the name of that one. And the other one is Plucky Duck, 1990. Let me see Plucky Duck. And that is, what, Tiny Toons or Looney Tunes? Tiny Toons, I think. And Plucky Duck sold for $14.50 plus shipping, but I only paid 50 cents. And it's, you know, y'all, I feel old. That thing's 30 years old, Turner. What do you think of that? Plucky Duck's 30 years old. Yep. And Turner, it was payday for Turner today. How much money did you get today? How much money did you get today?
11.
You got 11 to keep. That's right. And you got 10 to save, didn't you?
I wouldn't get 21 if I would save everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to put $10 in the bank and get $11.
That's right. Okay. And that sold for $12.95 plus shipping. So we still made pretty good money. You know, we'll make $22, $23 on these two, which is really good money. And Turner's going to get a
$1 to spend and $1 to save, $1 to donate.
You got the right order, buddy. All right, tell everybody thanks.
Bye.
Hey, I have a question from Sam. Sam's the one who bought that Band-Aid tin. And Sam has a question about feedback. I've been selling since 1999. Back then it was common courtesy, pretty much expected for the buyer to leave positive feedback or feedback in general. What, in your opinion, happened? What tricks do you have to get people to leave positive feedback? So, all right, first off, I'm going to do a video on feedback, negative feedback, how maybe to attack it, get rid of it, different options, how to prevent it. But this is a slightly different question. And I got to be honest with you, I have my account set up for just automatic feedback to be given back, but I don't have the kids' account. And so I often forget until later. I'm like, oh, I got to leave feedback for like 800 people. And so it's not on the top of my mind. So I'm a little guilty of that. Amazon happened for one, and I think people just get used to it, and there's no, it's not a select group of people doing this anymore. A lot of times in the past, it was eBayers buying from eBayers much more in those early years, and now it's everybody in the world buying from eBayers. And people, you're right, they just don't. And plus, the other thing that changed is the mandatory for you can't give a seller negative feedback. So this is the biggest factor, or a buyer, excuse me. A seller can't give a buyer negative feedback. And so I think that used to encourage people to give that feedback. And now that they know they're not going to get negative feedback as a buyer, they don't care. So I think that's the biggest factor. Let me know if there's some other factors out there you think have changed that. As far as the tricks, there are tricks, leave a note in there, send them a sticker, send them a freebie, do those kind of things to try, ask them, send a follow-up email. To be honest with you, I put stickers in when viewers buy things and stuff like that, but I don't do those tricks. I just don't have the time. I don't think it's worth it. In the end, I think, if you have a little card or something, so that's not going to hurt. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just not going to send follow-up emails. I don't even set up the automated ones. I know some people have the automated ones. If you buy something, hey, would you leave feedback? You could do all that, I suppose. I don't. And to be honest with you, I don't think feedback is all that important to a certain degree. And I'll talk about that in a video that I'm going to hopefully do and put out when I take a few days off. So thanks, Sam, for the question, and maybe that one will answer your question a little bit better. But I'm curious if you guys would leave some comments below and let me know what you think. All right, this is a Commonwealth Picker flipper sale if there ever was one. So I had a super shooter that didn't work, and most of them work. And these little super shooters I've sold, oh my goodness, maybe not 100, but pretty darn close over the years. I felt like I was the only one selling them for 10 years, and then everybody else started to sell them. I've been selling them since I've been doing eBay. At any rate, one didn't work, just wouldn't work, and I'm like, I'm gonna part this thing out. Parting them out makes pretty decent money as well. And this one had a book, so I put this one in there too. $7.81, free shipping, but $2.80. Actually, it'll go out under the 4-ounce rate, so I'll probably ship it out first class unless it's going to California or something. So it's not much money in it, but this will pay. I paid $2 for this super shooter. So this covers the cost, gives us $1.50 or so profit, and all the other components to it. I think I've also sold off the discs in that one as well. So we'll still make money even though that item didn't work. Now's the time to list them. I haven't found any. I have no super shooters in this room, that's unbelievable for me. The super shooter sells like crazy for me, always has. And make sure you're buying the Wherever Super Shooter 00 or 700001, something like that. There's another model that's okay as well, and it's the electric one. So the non-electric ones don't go so good, but you can still sell those parts off as well. Hopefully, if you have some, get them out there and get them listed, because October they start to sell. And so if you can list them in late August, September, you should be good. Hey, vintage dress. I think this is $20 free shipping, and it will stay under. So this is one of the Sunny Shares sales, consignment sale, and I left my sheet outside, so I can't tell you where we're at on it. These are some of Reagan's old clothes. $12.81 free shipping. Can you tell my wife's been listing more than me lately? With me back at school, it's like I'm pushing it to get in 4, maybe 5 listings a day. And normally in a normal school year, I've been doing it so long, everything being the same, I can still get in 10 listings. Not this year. I've been working harder than I have in quite a while. All right, and Inaman headed out to Bernice, and thank you so much, Bernice. We hope this guy gets things moving for you out of your store. And this one's going off to Keith. Keith wrote a note, and check this guy out right here. Little Christmas ornament Inaman right there. This miniature. Let me read his note. Now, first off, Keith, let me say that this was $12.91 plus shipping, and that was an accident. Normally, it goes the other way around, where I'm like, I forgot to put shipping on there. This time, I put it on and didn't mean to, so you're going to get a refund here from me. So, thanks so much. He says, Kevin saw this in your store, and I'm going to put him on my Christmas tree that I bought from you. God bless you and your family. Never miss your videos, Keith from Minnesota. And Keith and Janet, we know. Thank you so much for your support. I have one more of this type, and I haven't listed the other ones. I actually bought these off of eBay. So this is an eBay online arbitrage buy, and it's funny because I bought them, like somebody was selling a lot of these, they had the little antler ones, and they sent me a note and said, hey, I love to watch your show, thanks for making the purchase for me. I'm just like, I can make a few dollars off these, and I know my viewers would like them. and hopefully y'all enjoy them. And it was a viewer who sold them to me, and I didn't even know it. And I can't remember your name. I should have looked it up. But I appreciate it, and I was happy to buy them off of you. And I initially started selling the Animan because of these. I would buy them for $1 a piece from a lady who had boxes of them. And then as they would sell, and she was always at flea markets and different places like that. And eventually, you know, I'd sell out of them, and I'd buy, you know, a dozen or two more or 20 more. She wouldn't give me a deal on them. I'm like, 50 cents, I'll buy every one. Nope, she wouldn't do it. She wanted her full buck. And in hindsight, I should have bought every one she had. But Merry Christmas to you, Keith. And I want a picture on, if you do Instagram, Keith, I would like. But Keith, I hope this guy looks great on your Christmas tree this year. All right, I don't know what we've done, what we haven't done, but if we're going back out there to talk to the kids, I'm going to say goodbye from in here. If we've already done that, I'm going to say goodbye from in here anyways. I hope y'all are selling. Hope y'all are happy and healthy, and we'll see you next time. Hey, Reagan wanted to say thank you for the purchases out of the store, out of her store. Or who are you going to say thank you to?
Kevin, Tim, Jeff, Patrick, and Ronnie.
All right, that's a good job right there. And don't forget
to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Hey, look at that sticker. Look at it.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.